Our Hotspots magazine is celebrating 38 years, and it's been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is the spirit of our Hotspots queer entertainment. This week, sponsored by the Broward Center for Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, we always make jokes. We've done it tonight at this table. Size matters. When it comes to Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center for Performing Arts is the destination of choice for LGBTQ plus South Florida for spectacular entertainment in large varieties of venues and performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. Broward Center is the home for LGBTQ plus entertainers, shows, Broadway, national drag performances, LGBTQ plus choral events, and so much more. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and really all of South Florida. They support that LGBTQ plus community and our nonprofits unlike any other theater in South Florida. And we are excited to tell you in upcoming shows about the rich 2023 season that the Broward Center for Performing Arts will bring to our LGBTQ plus community. Did you know, by the way, that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performance 2.5 times more often than our straight counterparts? And that's why they are a sponsor of Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. Okay. Are you having a stroke? I was thinking about which show I'm going to see next. See many. With awards season well underway, celebrities are being asked to weigh in on the idea of gender-neutral acting categories. In recent years, some high-profile entertainment award shows like the Grammys, the MTV Movie Awards, and the Independent Spirit Awards have switched to gender-neutral performing categories. Others, like the Tonys, Oscars, Emmys, and the Golden Globes, continue to divide nominations by gender. At the Screen Actor Guild Awards, the New York Times asked many whether they thought award shows should eliminate separate acting categories for men and women. The White Lotus's Will Sharpe said, quote, "I think it's a positive thing," end quote. Michael Imperioli said, quote, "Why not?" While Women Talking director Sarah Polley said, quote, "What none of us want is to see a general acting category where every nominee ends up to be all male," end quote. What do you think?
The Broward Center for the Performing Arts, Parker Playhouse.
And the winner is Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast.
Emma Watson made history at the MTV Movie and TV Awards Sunday.
Wow, thank you so much.
The Beauty and the Beast star became the first actor to win the show's first ever gender-neutral acting honor.
This is very meaningful to me, both to be winning the award and to be receiving it from you, Asia.
Emma gave a special shout out to Asia Kate Dillon, who presented her the award. Now, if you didn't know, Asia is the first gender non-binary actor to play a non-binary character on a major TV show.
My pronouns are they, theirs, and them.
You may recognize Asia from Showtime's Billions and Orange is the New Black.
Thank you for educating me in such an inclusive, patient, and loving way.
Well, that was Hermione at the MTV Movie Awards 5 years ago. This is not a new topic. It's been discussed for 5 years, but it comes up again by these questions. So, our Hotspots Queer Entertainment headline of the week: in advance of the Oscars, celebrities weigh in on gender-neutral acting categories. What do y'all think?
That's a tough one, I have to tell you, because I have to agree with like something that you had read. Gender neutral awards like Best Director, for example. Okay, gender neutral. Women are seldomly put in that category as a nominee. All right, and that's just the reality of the entertainment world. So as much as I would love to, embrace a neutral category, I really think that women will end up losing.
Can I ask you quickly, I apologize, can I ask you quickly, do you see differences in the entertainment industry that that women should not compete with men in these categories because of the masculine nature, mostly because of finance and business decision making, that they shouldn't compete with each other because women would not stand a fair chance. Just like in sports, the physical differences between men and women, the reason why we separate it is because it's not fair. That in entertainment,
there are
it's
some,
the same thing.
There are some extraordinary actors and there are some extraordinary directors who are women that could kick the ass of any men. Okay,
But we're
they
not-
don't get the chance.
It's more of the content. Sorry.
And we're not supporting. First of all, we can't ask them to sit at the table if we're not bringing them in and holding them, uplifting them in their work. That's the first thing. And so I think until we as a society say, you know what, your work is just as important, and not forgave, not look over them because they're not the cis male domination that we've all have grown to live by. We have to take that away, and I think that we lose the inclusive. I love inclusive, but I'm with you. I think that I struggle with this because my fear is we're gonna lose black women for getting successful. So how about we do this? How about we make categories that specifically target those who are out and those who are living that life, so we're not forcing people to make a choice that I have to tell you my business just to get a role. So how about we get those? We give a category that says best performance of an LGBTQ.
Well, you have to create a.
They deserve.
Oh, you still have the best man. You used to have all those, but you still making space.
You create a new academy, right? You can't change what is there now because women have been fighting very hard. Like Reese Witherspoon is one who's really spearheading that movement, where she's even created a production company that's made of all women, and all she does is read books and try to find these roles that she knows are going to be riveting and that can actually win an Oscar come year end. But what you need to do, instead of changing what's already been done, because women have been fighting this movement, is create a whole new academy.
And to put in front of you in terms of the competitiveness of a non-gender category at the Oscars. The Oscars is Sunday. Let's just say that we had non-gender categories. A very famous person said in the fourth quarter of 2022 that it is very difficult for Hollywood to understand the power, I'm paraphrasing, the power and influence of women in Hollywood in roles not only as directors, but especially producers, but even in acting roles. Yeah. And that women are not given the same advantages of men, and that it is a systemic internal masculine discrimination against a misogyny against women. And it magnifies as you get older. And women that get into their 40s and then their 50s and their 60s, it actually gets worse. And the person that said that is the most Oscar-nominated person in history, Meryl Streep.
Oh. It's true.
If you look at the stories of Whoopi Goldberg, Regina King, Debbie Allen, they have bodies of work, but they were the only producers and directors. They had to go to the table several times. Amistad. Debbie Allen had to go and fight for that movie to be prepared. This Whoopi Goldberg till nothing was ever talked about them, and that was an awesome movie.
I want to make sure we're clear. Do we favor a quick poll here at the table? Do we favor gender neutral acting categories? Yes or no? Yes.
I say yes. I think gender categories are weird. I think it's a bigger.
So you would make gender neutral?
Yeah. If I wanted to watch awards
even with
based on
Rich
genitalia, there's specific awards for that.
Okay. Yes or no?
I'm going to say no for right now, and I'll get into why, but keep going with the
You
poll.
won't get into why because we're going to move on. Yes or no?
I'm with Auntie Mame, no.
Yeah. No.
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 No. Okay.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it.
Sorry.
I don't care.
He's going to do it
I'm
anyway.
going to say it. I don't care, right?
Right.
We've already had an example of this, right? We already had this. The Grammys did this. Most of the Grammy categories used to be gendered. When they went to a non-gendered version, the categories that were traditionally male, rock, alternative, those types of things, completely dominated by men. Women almost never win, ever. The ones that are traditionally women, pop, all of that, that's where women shine. So you have all of these women now in country and rock and all of this cannot get their foot in the door. All because 15 years ago they split them.
We're going to move on here, but isn't that emblematic of where we are on everything in LGBT?
Yes.
Drag queens, the gender identity, what the governor is chasing us all over. This is who we are.
Yep.
Yeah. There's our challenge of how we learn to be better. Okay. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.